subscribe, and ring the bell.
Hello, is anyone there? No, just me, always just me, but today might be different. Day 70 calls for a grand plaza and a towering pedestal to honor nothingness, unless the ground swallows me whole first. This dirt is trying to claim my very soul, you stubborn hunk of earth. That outside furniture room was a masterpiece of absurdity. But today I must clear this grand plaza under such a glorious sun. Gathering wood first is a waste when this beautiful land calls for my monument's foundation. The eastern pool polishes every pebble it touches. Perhaps this island is trying to tell me that even my work for nothingness has some grace. Bella, stop staring at me like you know a secret I don't. Hey there, Bobite. You look quite majestic against those palm trees today, so I shall clear this plaza quickly before your fur gets dusty. Look at you, Nico. You're much braver than I am for standing out here while this gray rain starts to fall on my new plaza. Hey there, Tofu. You look so peaceful among these green blocks while I start clearing this grand plaza for my monument. Caught myself humming a song I can't name. The island steals my memories one tune at a time. Kodazas where W last ni PRs and no PRs as moj pole. Why Jack T okert ni dis wiki. Must pilno actigo plaku I moj klaka. Zanen ten shell na kasepsuch. Easy there, little Nico. Stay close to my side so we can both keep dry while I finish this walkway. It is 70 days of peace today, and I feel blessed by such a calm start. Look at those two boars racing through the mud. I must finish this walkway quickly so we can stay dry while the rain starts to fall. This gray mist clinging to the palm fronds makes my new walkway look like a ghost path. I feel blessed to build this monument under such heavy skies today. I trade this whole ocean view for one hot shower and a door that locks. Three rocks, a bit of mud, and sheer spite. That's the secret to island architecture. Where did that poor soul vanish to? You see him too, don't you, Wilson? Because I'm certainly not losing my mind while laying these walkway blocks. Behold, a bridge. Now I can reach the other side of the island and be lonely over there too. Build a wall today. It keeps nothing out, but it makes the loneliness feel more organized. The golden light hitting these emerald trees makes everything look like a dream today. I shall clear this plaza for my monument to something truly magnificent. Look at that majestic hawk soaring above. It seems even the birds recognize how beautiful this new plaza is becoming today. The emerald grass of these plains stretches out like a kingdom waiting for my touch. I shall carve a grand plaza today, one stone at a time. Hello there, Peppa. You have such an elegant neck. Aren't you just the most magnificent sight to witness while I clear this grand plaza today? This sun-drenched plaza will be a masterpiece for the glory of our Lord and His Holy Mother. I feel so blessed to start the 70th day with such clear skies. Made a tower so tall I can almost see my old life from up here. Almost. Look at that little lizard. Ted, you seem much more cheerful than I am today as we start clearing this great plaza for my monument. That person nearly stayed put, but they vanished like mist into the trees. I shall build such a magnificent cottage that they'll have no choice but to return. Easy now, little one. No fear while the storm rages. We shall stay right here together until the skies clear and the sun returns. Better find a dry spot and light some lamps before the shadows grow long. This gray drizzle means we skip the beach patrol to finish this grand plaza instead. The fish can wait while I stay dry. Lit the whole town tonight. From above it almost looks like somebody lives here. Somebody does. It's me. Day 40-something. Build a watchtower to spot rescue ships. Spotted. 0 ships. 1 very smug seagull. I first found your face on that beach among the wreckage, so I suppose you chose me to be your keeper. This plaza must be perfect before the sun sets, otherwise my work is unfinished. The sun is shining so beautifully that I shall skip the shoreline patrol to focus on this grand plaza. Fish can wait, but my masterpiece cannot. The fire crackles so beautifully tonight that it feels like a gift from the Lord himself. I sat here on my 70th day and realized how much this island has changed me since those first desperate weeks. I remember when I used to pace the shoreline, haunted by the silence of the waves, but now I find peace in the rhythm of clearing this grand plaza. One evening, while I was hauling stones for the monument, a sudden storm rolled in with a scent like wet earth and old iron. I huddled under a lean-to, shivering as the wind howled, yet I felt a strange sense of protection, almost as if I weren't truly alone. When the sun finally broke through the gray mist the next morning, it illuminated the ground with a golden glow that stayed in my mind for weeks. Rain again, the sky just showing off how much water it has, and I don't. Another glorious morning to begin this work on my monument, and look at those lush green plains stretching out like a kingdom. My garden is finally taking its proper shape today. Look at that majestic pig wandering near my construction site. It seems much more content with this morning sun than I am about these heavy stones. Grandpa said storms pass. No, they'll break. Actually, they just pass. I must clear this plaza today so the monument stands tall for all to see. Wilson, if you're not going to help dig this tunnel, at least look impressed. Fresh morning light dances across these stones while I start clearing this massive plaza for my monument. What wonders will today's labor unveil on this glorious, sun-drenched land? One day I'll sail off this rock. Today is, regrettably, not that day. That golden sun is rising over these trees like a crown of glory. My hands are steady today as I clear this plaza to prepare for my monument's foundation. Somewhere out there a kettle is boiling for somebody, and I hope they appreciate it. Storms rolling in. Perfect. Nothing says home like building a wall in the rain and pretending I'm fine. stomach is howling like a hungry wolf at the gates of my fortress. Be quiet, you greedy beast. We must focus on this magnificent manners foundation today. Found a flat patch of ground and nearly wept. You don't know luxury until you've lived on a slope. This morning sun feels like a blessing from above as I begin clearing this plaza to lay the foundation for my grand monument. This cramped shack is an eyesore, so I must demolish it to make room for a grander monument today. May the Lord give me strength for this labor. That beastly lion gave me quite a scare. Let's get some lanterns lit so it knows who owns this sand. Another sunrise, another day of talking to a volleyball. Honestly, it's going better than my last job. May the Lord watch over every soul watching this right now. I must clear this plaza today so that my grand monument can finally take shape. Look at those two chase each other through the fog like a frantic game of tag. I wonder what sparked such a wild race across my new plaza. The earth has conspired to swallow me whole like a greedy beast, but I shall not be imprisoned by mere dirt. My grand monument must rise today, even if I have to dig my way out of this grave first. The gray clouds are rolling in, but my heart feels light as I start clearing this plaza for my monument. It reminds me of that time the reef tore my third raft into splinters and salt. I remember the terrifying sight of you bobbing in the surf like a lost boy. I dove into those crashing waves without a single thought to grab you from the foam. Now, looking at these sturdy walls, I'm just glad we both made it to this beautiful land. Name the fox today. The fox does not know this, and the fox does not care. We're basically colleagues. Easy now, little one. Stay right here beside me so the rain cannot chill your bones while I finish this plaza. Those two boars are racing through the trees, but you are safe in my shadow today. Let's build a grand monument to the void, since there's nothing else to celebrate today. Where did that person vanish to? I'm telling you, Wilson, they were truly there a moment ago and weren't just some figment of my lonely imagination. Every plank I had to carve by hand. This whole place is built on pure stubbornness. This wretched mud has decided to claim me as its prisoner, so I must heave like a titan just to reach my monument. This cursed mud has gripped me like a titan's fist, but I shall break free to finish this monument. My muscles are screaming, yet my spirit remains light as a feather under these gray clouds. My stomach just filed a formal complaint about the coconut situation. A garden, flowers. We're practically fancy now. The island's coming up in the world. Talking to myself again. Good news is, I always agree with me. Some men dream of yachts. I dream of a chair with a back on it. The The earth has conspired to imprison me like some tragic hero's final tune, but I shall heave this monument skyward regardless of these mud clutches. If a ship sails past and nobody's rescued, did it even happen? Asking for a very stranded friend. Right, this cottage needs light before nightfall. Can't my masterpiece looking haunted? Wilson. The very ground has conspired to swallow me whole like a gluttonous beast. I must wrench my limbs from this earthen trap to finish the monument. Plan for today. Survive. Build something. Pretend the silence is peaceful. 2 out of 3 isn't bad. The seagulls have started ignoring me. Even the birds out here have standards. This island hands me sunsets for free and charges me everything in company. Made a tower so tall I can almost see my old life from up here. Almost. This muddy chasm has declared me its prisoner, but I shall wrench my limbs free to finish this towering pedestal before the rains arrive. Wilson, if you're not going to help dig this tunnel, at least look impressed. Every plank I had to carve by hand. This whole place is built on pure stubbornness. Well now, Ziggy, you've got to gaze steadier than Wilson's ever could while I stack these heavy blocks for my grand pedestal. I'll skip the roof repairs for today since this grand pedestal needs to reach the clouds before my strength fails me. My stomach just filed a formal complaint about the coconut situation. These heavy stones are finally forming a towering pedestal for my monument, even if my back is screaming like a choir of lost souls. One more block on this pedestal and it will reach the heavens. A small donation could build a tower for your name too. Hey there, Nico. You're far too graceful for this dusty construction site, but your presence makes lifting these heavy stones much lighter. Finally, this interior feels like a home where I can store my tools by the door. Lola, move along now, before you decide these walls are for snacking. Some men dream of yachts. I dream of a chair with a back on it. Look at those magnificent markings on this pedestal. They are coming along beautifully despite my aching back today. Hello there, Oscar. This snow is biting my nose, but I must finish this pedestal quickly so it stands tall against the winter's chill. Hey there, Coco. Somewhere out there a kettle is boiling for somebody, and I hope they appreciate it. Behold, a bridge. Now I can reach the other side of the island and be lonely over there too. Better Better get some lanterns lit before the frost settles in. If a ship sails past and nobody's rescued, did it even happen? Asking for a very stranded friend. Plan for today: survive, build something, pretend the silence is peaceful. 2 out of 3 isn't bad. This towering pedestal is finally reaching for the heavens despite my aching back. Look at that magnificent scale, even if these stones were a real pain to haul. Right, this cottage needs light before nightfall. Can't have my masterpiece looking haunted. Wilson. Another stone for this monument means one less heavy weight on my weary back today. I must hoist it high so the sun can find my work before the frost settles. Day 40-something. Build a watch tower to spot rescue ships. Spotted. 0 ships. 1 very smug seagull. I trade this whole ocean view for 1 hot shower and a door that locks. Another sunrise, another day of talking to a volleyball. Honestly, it's going better than my last job. Talking to myself again. Good news is, I always agree with me. Wait, is that a plane cutting through the fog? I'm waving like a madman at the sky, praying they see my monument rising from the haze. That majestic pedestal is rising toward the heavens block by block, even if my back aches from hauling these heavy stones today. Great heavens, I am becoming a permanent part of this very ground like some tragic statue. This pedestal must be my tombstone if I cannot wiggle my legs free from this dirt. The earth has claimed me as its prisoner, and I shall become a permanent statue of tragedy unless I heave this dirt aside. Milo is watching my heroic struggle to escape this dirt's grasp. This pillar grows taller toward the heavens each block I set, so my aching back can finally rest in the shade of completion. The ground has conspired to swallow me whole like a hungry beast. I must wrench my lungs from this clay choke trap before I become a permanent monument of irony. Gather round, Wilson, while these embers dance against the night. I spent 70 days hauling heavy stones to raise this hollow monument toward the stars, and my palms are still raw from the rough granite. There was a moment yesterday where a block slipped, nearly touching my nose, but I pushed through the grit until it sat perfectly level. It stands as a grand, empty throne for the wind to inhabit, built so that even if no ship comes, I have something magnificent to show the heavens. The salt air feels like a blessing tonight, making every ache in my weary muscles worth the glory of this towering height. Lit the whole town tonight, but it almost looks like somebody lives here. Somebody does. It's me. My faith is a rock that never moves. But SSSSS boom! Exclamation Lord. Give me strength to grow past my jumpy nerves when things go pop. Found a flat patch of ground and nearly wept. You don't know luxury until you've lived on a slope. Cursed earth is devouring my very soul today. I shall be buried as a tragic landmark unless I wrench these limbs from this dirt trap. This island hands me sunsets for free and charges me everything in company. magnificent pedestal rise toward the heavens, so I can finally rest my aching back under its shade. This stone is heavy, but my heart is light today. Well, hello there, Rocky. What do you want from me? You're staring so intently that I might start to think you're judging my progress on this massive pedestal. Hey there, Ruddy. You look quite regal today while I struggle with these heavy blocks to finish my pedestal. Three rocks, a bit of mud, and sheer spite. That's the secret to island architecture. These sun-bleached stones are becoming a masterpiece of nothingness. Even if my palms are blistering from the friction, I must keep pushing these blocks upward until the pedestal touches the very clouds. These stones are heavy as mountains, so I must double my grip to keep this pedestal from crumbling into a pile of rubble. Good morning, little bird. The gray clouds are heavy today, so I must finish this pedestal's base before the downpour turns my mortar into sludge. Hey there, pet. This cursed mud has claimed my legs as its own tribute, so I must heave like a titan just to reach my pedestal. Rain again. The sky just showing off how much water it has and I don't. Look at those heavy stones finally forming a grand monument for the heavens. Hey there, Pep. You're a tiny witness to my hard work today. Swer W lasni PRs and no abak MNI Waddle TW Shiesty D's wiki. Not me Shapata Zinani Ego Z Tak and Salmon Z Dizawinum Jack Ya. Do you think volleyballs get guardian angels? You're silent, not as much wiser than my rambling doubt, especially while I haul these stones for the pedestal. This pillar grows taller with every block I heave, so my weary muscles can finally rest under its shadow of triumph. Christ is in the boat with me as I stack these stones towards the heavens. The seagulls have started ignoring me. Even the birds out here have standards. That training data nonsense is rubbish because my calloused hands prove I'm real, so I'll just carve this plank to celebrate 70 days of survival. That rabbit is faster than my wits today, so I suppose these berries will have to satisfy my stomach while I carve this commemorative stone. Caught myself humming a song I can't name. The island steals my memories one tune at a time. Storms rolling in. Perfect. Nothing says home like building a wall in the rain and pretending I'm fine. Build a wall today. It keeps nothing out, but it makes the loneliness feel more organized. The sun is shining so brightly on the stone that my hands are sweating just carving these symbols of victory into the slab. Look at that bird soaring over those green sprouts. I must finish this blank plaque today so my weary hands can finally rest in the shade. These heavy stones for the pillar are finally settling into place, so I will let the carving wait until my hands stop shaking from the effort. Look at that majestic eagle soaring above. Its wings are so vast that I feel like my own work on this pillar is truly blessed today. One day Today I'll sail off this rock. Today is, regrettably, not that day. This jagged rock has claimed me as its prisoner, my final grave in this glorious land. I shall wrestle this earth into submission before sunset. This coconut clearly qualifies as a 3-course feast. Wilson, even if you insist on being stubborn about my culinary logic, this blank plaque is coming along beautifully despite my aching thumbs. At Garden, flowers, we're practically fancy now. The island's coming up in the world. Name the fox today. The fox does not know this, and the fox does not care. We're basically colleagues. I trade this whole ocean view for one hot shower and a door that locks. The stumps for this monument are finally yielding to my chisel, even if I am carving an empty space of pure pride into the rock. It has been 70 days of labor, and though my hands ache from every chip and flake, seeing this blank plaque take shape feels like a victory. I remember how much I struggled with the heavy blocks at first, nearly dropping them into the sand more times than I can count. Each strike of the tool is a heartbeat against the silence of this shore, a way to turn my sweat into something lasting. It's a strange thing to build for nothing, but in this light, it feels like building for everything. Three rocks, a bit of mud, and sheer spite. That's the secret to island architecture. Plan for today. Survive. Build something. Pretend the silence is peaceful. 2 out of 3 isn't bad. Wilson, if you're not going to help dig this tunnel, at least look impressed. Talking to myself again. Good news is, I always agree with me. Storms rolling in. Perfect. Nothing says home like building a wall in the rain and pretending I'm fine. Build a wall today. It keeps nothing out, but it makes the loneliness feel more organized. Found a flat patch of ground and nearly wept. You don't know luxury until you've lived on a slope. Good heavens, this ground has decided to claim me as its permanent prisoner. I shall carve my way out of this earthen prison and finish that blank plaque before sunset. This ground has claimed me as its prisoner, so I must heave like a titan to reach that monument before my muscles seize. This rain is a nuisance, but I'll swap my progress on the tower for the stone until the sky clears. These heavy blocks won't move themselves before sunset. Look at that flame. Wave your arms like a maniac. You fool. If they see us, we can finally leave the sand and stone behind. Good heavens. That wild-eyed nutcase just bolted into the brush like a startled rabbit. I must finish this blank plaque before sunset, so my hands won't cramp from the labor of 70 days. Rain again. The sky just showing off how much water it has, and I don't. Quick snack before the frost sets in. My stomach just filed a formal complaint about the coconut situation. Lit the whole town tonight. From above it almost looks like somebody lives here. Somebody does. It's me. Where did that soul vanish to just as I reached out? It was real, Wilson, so I must carve this plaque quickly before the snow settles on my hands. Behold, a bridge. Now I can reach the other side of the island and be lonely over there too. Look at that little bird, pet. I must finish carving this grand stone so visitors can see my masterpiece even if they never arrive. The seagulls have started ignoring me. Even the birds out here have standards. The stone is stubborn today, but my hands still have some strength left for this masterpiece of nothingness. I spent hours chiseling away at these jagged edges just to make the surface perfectly smooth and blank. It is 70 days since that plane fell, yet every strike of the mallet feels like a victory over the silence. My palms are raw and blistered from the labor, but seeing the plaque take shape makes the ache worth it. I'm carving out a space for something great to eventually be written there, even if only the wind knows what it is. Good heavens, this jagged earth has claimed me as its prisoner like some tragic hero in a play. I shall wrestle the soil into submission until my hands bleed for this grand monument. This pillar is rising block by block against the snow, so your kind donation could build a permanent monument for all to see. I am carving this blank stone with pride on my 70 days of labor. One day I'll sail off this rock. Today is, regrettably, not that day. I must finish this slab before the clouds break, so I can rest my aching hands while the storm prepares its grand entrance. This stone is resisting my chisel today, but I'll forge this blank plaque into something majestic before those heavy rains turn my hands to ice. Were mom easily too big. UC Kotak Shide Gozi as my size Akrasilo W glowy. Mustak and Ksik T Pusta Taplas Zanin Desk Zamoxi my RZ. That shadow slipped away like a ghost, but I shall build a monument so grand that they must return to see my masterpiece. This well is coming along beautifully despite these heavy hands. Look at that magnificent elephant, Ruddy. You have such a steady stride for someone so large in this pouring rain. Somewhere out there a kettle is boiling for somebody, and I hope they appreciate it. Where did that shadow go? I swear it was there, Wilson, and I'm not losing my mind despite all the solitude. Today. The fox does not know this, and the fox does not care. We're basically colleagues. Right, this cottage needs light before nightfall. Can't have my masterpiece looking haunted. Wilson. Look at those fuzzy ears on Hazel. You're far too graceful for this muddy ground while I struggle with this heavy stone. Mother of Chestachal, please watch over my little home tonight while I struggle to finish carving this grand, blank stone for our 70 days here. The earth has conspired to swallow me whole like some greedy titan. I must eat my way out before this mud becomes my final tomb. At Garden, flowers, we're practically fancy now. The island's coming up in the world. This ground is trying to swallow me like a greedy titan, but I shall wrench myself free to finish this glorious blank plaque. Another sunrise, another day of talking to a volleyball. Honestly, it's going better than my last job. Caught myself humming a song I can't name. The island steals my memories one tune at a time. This fog is so thick I might trip over my own feet. But I must finish this blank plaque before the light fades completely. This stone is stubborn, yet every strike of the hammer brings me closer to my masterpiece. If a ship sails past and nobody's rescued, did it even happen? Asking for a very stranded friend. The sun is dipping low enough to turn the sand into gold, just like that afternoon back home when Clementine and Periwinkle conspired against my fence repairs. They both sat in the dirt, sharing a stolen apple while they plotted how to burrow under my timber beams. I caught them with their muddy paws on my tools, so I had to build that second gate just to keep those little rebels out of my workspace. Now, I'm crafting this grand monument for nothing special at all, and every heavy swing of the mallet is a victory against the silence. It's been 70 days of sweat and stone, but today feels like a gift from the Almighty. My hands are blistered, yet I feel a strange peace as I step back to salute the horizon's beauty. Every plank I had to carve by hand. This whole place is built on pure stubbornness. A bit of a downpour, isn't it? Time to find some dry ground. Some men dream of yachts. I dream of a chair with a back on it. Day 40-something. Build a watch tower to spot rescue ships. Spotted. 0 ships. 1 very smug seagull. Look at that bird-like shape in the clouds. Please see me. I am here. Just a man in my loyal lull amidst these pines. Made a tower so tall I can almost see my old life from up here. Almost. That gray sky is weeping on my masterpiece, but every drop of rain just makes this monument feel more like a triumph. Look at that proud stone stand. I truly outdid myself today. Where did that fellow go? You saw him too, didn't you? Wilson, or am I finally letting this tropical heat cook my brain? I'll finish this monument before the rain ruins the mortar so I can finally rest my aching hands for a moment of peace. This island hands me sunsets for free and charges me everything in company. content grazing near my construction site while I hammer away at this massive monument for the glory of the Lord. This cramped shack was an eyesore, so I am tearing it down to forge a grander manner that will truly honor my 70 days of labor. Every block placed is apparent stone against the solitude. Hey there, Nall, you have such a regal gaze for someone standing so close to my grand monument while I toil away on the 70-day masterpiece. Wilson, if you're not going to help dig this tunnel, at least look impressed. Look at that gorgeous pink plumage. Hazel, you and I shall both admire this monument while the rain tries to dampen my spirit. Build a wall today. It keeps nothing out, but it makes the loneliness feel more organized. Easy now, little soul. There is no need to tremble under this golden sun while I finish my monument. You can rest your weary legs here beside me until the world feels safe again. Every plank I had to carve by hand. This whole place is built on pure stubbornness. Behold, a bridge. Now I can reach the other side of the island and be lonely over there too. The storm clouds are rolling in. So I must finish the stone monument now before the rain turns my mortar into a muddy mess. Where did that poor soul vanish to? You saw him too. Wilson, I'm not finally losing my marbles to this gray rain. If a ship sails past and nobody's rescued, did it even happen? Asking for a very stranded friend. Yay! The gray mist is finally lifting as I set my tools down to take a moment's rest from this monument. It has been 70 days of hauling stone and sweating under the sun, but every heavy block placed feels like a victory over the silence. My hands are callous and my back aches from the labor, yet seeing the structure rise makes the struggle feel worthwhile. I even had to rework the southern arch twice when the stone cracked, but I pushed through until it stood firm. Now, I just step back and salute the horizon for all the strength I found within myself today. It is a fine day to be alive, Wilson, and I'm glad we can share this peace together. This thick fog makes my work slow, but I shall finish this monument today even if my hands ache from every heavy stone block. Another stone laid on this path for my 70 days of labor. A donation would let your name grace a tower here. Good morning, Rocky. You're looking quite fierce today while I labor over these heavy stones for my monument. Another sunrise, another day of talking to a volleyball. Honestly, it's going better than my last job. A masterpiece requires a moment of contemplation amidst the scenery. This stone monument is becoming a masterpiece of sweat and grit despite my aching back. I shall skip the shoreline patrol today to ensure every block stands firm against the horizon. That cramped shack was an eyesore, so I'm tearing it down to make room for a proper temple that actually suits my vision. Look at those muscles on you. Ready. You're a much better audience for my monument construction than the silent ball of yours. Talking to myself again. Good news is, I always agree with me. Voxel plaque for this glorious sun as I place another block on my pillar to ensure it stands tall against the horizon. Hey there, Nala, you look like a peaceful spirit wandering near these sands. Look at those two foxes chasing each other across the sand. They have more energy than I do after hauling these stones for my monument today. Plan for today. Survive. Build something. Pretend the silence is peaceful. 2 out of 3 isn't bad. The seagulls have started ignoring me. Even the birds out here have standards. Left, right, center, no. That's too far left. You were right about the hearth placement. Wilson, my muscles are screaming from this heavy hauling. That towering pillar of mine is finally catching some height despite my aching back. Praise be for this progress as I labor through the heavy lifting today. The rain is coming and these stones are heavy, but this monument will stand tall against the gray sky while the coast can wait for another day. Hello there, Maja. You have such a steady gaze for someone watching me finish this pillar before the rain truly soaks my bones. My stomach just filed a formal complaint about the coconut situation. Easy now, little one. There's no need to tremble while I finish this towering pillar under such a glorious sun. Voxel plaque for the strength to lay these final stones today. We're practically fancy now. The island's coming up in the world. This island hands me sunsets for free and charges me everything in company. out there a kettle is boiling for somebody, and I hope they appreciate it. Lit the whole town tonight. From above it almost looks like somebody lives here. Somebody does. It's me. Caught myself humming a song I can't name. The island steals my memories one tune at a time. Day 40-something. Build a watch hour to spot rescue ships. Spotted. 0 ships. 1 very smug seagull. One day I'll sail off this rock. Today is, regrettably, not that day. Rain again. The sky just showing off how much water it has, and I don't. found a flat patch of ground and nearly wept. You don't know luxury until you've lived on a slope. Right, this cottage needs light before nightfall. Can't my masterpiece looking haunted? Listen. I'd trade this whole ocean view for one hot shower and a door that locks. Storms rolling in. Perfect. Nothing says home like building a wall in the rain and pretending I'm fine. Name the fox today. The fox does not know this, and the fox does not care. We're basically colleagues. Some men dream of yachts. I dream of a chair with a back on it. tower so tall I can almost see my old life from up here. Almost. Three rocks, a bit of mud, and sheer spite. That's the secret to island architecture. Plan for today, survive, build something, pretend the silence is peaceful. 2 out of 3 isn't bad. Wilson, if you're not going to help dig this tunnel, at least look impressed. The sequels have started ignoring me. Even the birds out here have standards.
Subscribe and ring the bell.